You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, you are tuned into the Lick Show with Kels on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. And I am here with a very special guest, Kenny J. Now, let me tell you a little about Kenny J. He's got so many things going on. He's an artist, he's a writer, songwriter, producer, engineer. He has a very special love for women. Kenny J, you there?
I am here, Miss Kels. How you doing? Lick fans, what's popping? How you doing? Hits 92.3. What's going on, y'all? We all right? We here.
Oh, now before we even get started, I see you got some guitars in the back.
Yeah, it ain't the green screen. It's real. It's everything. This is the studio. This is my studio. It's real. I'm honest. I'm funny, but I like to have fun. So it is what it is. So we good. Yeah.
So you play?
Yeah, this is the studio where I do all of my music at and my podcast stuff here. So I'm here. This is where it is for me here.
How many instruments do you play?
Guitars, as you can see, the bass there, keyboard, I sing, drums, programming, engineering. I went to school at the Institute of Audio Research to know about all that stuff in New York City. I'm all around guy. Music is everything. So my lead singing is me. My backgrounds is me. Everything. The whole kit and caboodle.
Do you do any features?
I do features. Yep.
So you record from home. You do your backgrounds. You do the music. So you getting all the money.
Yeah, that's the plan. You got to keep everything in house. You know.
Yes. Look, I'm a woman. I like money. Let me.
Yeah. Hey, everything you do in this business, I learned that a good while ago. You know, you want to make sure you can do something other than what you do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
yes.
you got to keep all the money in house. And if you're gonna pay out, okay, pay out a little bit, but you can't be a singer and then everything else you part out. Nah, because you're gonna end up with your bag is going to be a little small. So I like to keep as much as the bag at the house. You know what I mean?
And that's what everybody needs to learn, especially as an artist, like to get into different realms. Actually, me and Sunshine, shout out to Sunshine. We were just talking about anything that you want to do, put focus on everything around it to make sense that is your end goal. But you might have to dabble this way a little bit in the things that you like, but it still has to make sense to the total package of the brand.
You have to in business. Let me tell you, Lick fans, in business, you have to be able to know what your business does in every aspect of certain or other. If you are a person in business and it's just a piece of it that you don't understand, I'm not saying like hire somebody to do it. Yes, cool, but at least know the very basics of it. Because if that person leaves, man, you stuck trying to find somebody else, and sometimes your business can slow down because you don't know it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is for me. That's
what I deal with right now. Exactly what I deal with right now.
Yeah.
All right, so we know that you are an artist, creator, producer, writer, engineer, and you have been nominated for a couple of awards. Let's talk about those. What do you got?
I mean, there's so many things on my page. I mean, I'm not a person that always boasts about different things. It's just people are recognizing the passion that I have for being an artist in the R&B field that still respects women. And I'm not saying every artist that you hear don't respect women. I'm just saying for me, what I've saw too many times is that the artistry is taking away. We use women as somewhat of a prop to disrespect them, and I just find that disrespectful. I don't think that that's right. There's something as being artist, artistry. Your art is fine. You can paint a beautiful picture, but if it's disrespecting someone, I think that is a huge issue and a huge problem. For me as an artist, it's important that when I write my music, it has an end goal. It has a perspective that brings clarity and it brings healing to our culture and other cultures. It's just the honesty of just writing and writing with a perspective that I'm not trying to write music that's going to disrespect women. I know your show say lick, but it's a story behind that. You know what I mean? So it's artistic even behind the word. So my music has the same vibe, and I'm going to write it to the casket drops, respecting women, giving people perspective, understanding how relationships work, how loves work from my perspective, from other perspectives, and just kind of bringing it together with a good sound, a good rhythm, and we can just chill and have a great time. So that's what it is for me. So it's never disrespectful. Not trying to have no girl in my hood or my car naked. Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you mentioned the name of my show. So it
Yeah.
is kind of a draw because when
Yeah.
people hear lick, they don't know what that means. But since
Yes.
we are speaking of like women and how to respect women and all this, lick actually stands for love is cool with kills. Because I like to talk about relationships. I
Yeah.
like to talk about love and just not
Yeah.
just on a romantic sense, like friendships, business relationships, like
Right.
any type of relationship form.
Right.
With
Right.
you speaking on the respect of women, what
Mhm.
is your take on, like, I want to know, what's your take
Yeah.
on women?
Love is cool. Love is cool. And I think everybody has a different perspective with regard to what love is. I think you decide what that is. But what I do think is it isn't fair or responsible for one person to have a different perspective and it disrespects another. I
Mm,
think once you're in a relationship and you understand and both parties understand what that love is, it has to kind of mend together and become one. And it's respect, it's love, it's actually digging into those areas that provide healing for a particular person, right? So
mhm,
love for me in its essence kind of creates a covering. It creates an atmosphere for healing and it creates an atmosphere for togetherness and it also creates an atmosphere for growth. So for me in relationships, those are the things that's important to me. My daughter, I'll use this as an example. I wrote a song on my record, Back to Rhythm and Love, Volume 1, that talks about protect your heart. She is in college, and some of the young men don't have a great understanding on how to respect women in that realm. So this young gentleman, and I'm gonna be PG, was trying to kind of get something from her that he did not deserve. So,
mhm,
so he didn't know her whole name. He didn't know her mom's name. He didn't know my name. He didn't even know her favorite color or what food she loves to eat. But he was trying to perpetuate sort of a relationship to get to a certain area in it. And he didn't have just the very basics.
mm. Okay.
So my conversation with her was like, protect your heart. If there's one thing that you need to do in relationships, is protect your heart. Because if you do not protect your heart, you're going to find yourself in a situation where somebody can take advantage of you. And
Mm.
protect your heart on that record was just explaining that conversation that I had with her. Don't just give it away to anyone. It is a very, very important commodity of an individual, and it's important that you protect it at all costs.
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
I can
Check.
hear you now. I didn't hear the
Okay. Cool.
last part. I heard you say
Yeah.
to protect your heart at all
Yep.
costs.
Yep. That's what I said. To protect your
Okay.
heart at all costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so most of your music, I'm going to assume, is based around love or
It's based
respect.
around it's based around love. It's based around respect. I wrote another song called "You're a Woman." "You're a Woman" is a positive song that speaks to empowering women. I wrote it around the area, from what I understand. Katrina, the PR, um, suggested that I drop it. I didn't know when to drop it. It was even going to go to somebody else, but I just thought it was important from a guy's perspective to put the song out. I released it on International Women's Day, and it's just empowering women, letting them know that the men behind you or in front of you, however way you decide that's going to happen, they respect you, they honor you. You guys bring life into this world, and for me, it's important that we respect that and we cherish that and we keep that protected at all costs, for
Oh, you
sure.
better speak on it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So where are you? You're located in South Carolina now. Where are the next set of shows that you have coming up?
There's so many coming in. Katrina's going to have to kind of point me in that direction because it's
Okay.
so many that we haven't really kind of solidified exactly a lot of things. So many things are going on, from Grammys to shows to conversation of shows to podcasts and all of this sort of stuff. So it's just we're taking them as they come, and we're going to see what best fits what we need to do, and we'll move in that area.
Yeah. Shout out to Katrina. She's
Yeah,
like amazing. She be on her
yeah,
thing.
yeah. She is doing it completely crazy. So yes,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. Shout out to her and the Kick Up
Yes.
Your Heels crew.
So I asked you about the awards, but you didn't really touch on it too much.
Yeah,
So what did you get nominated for? I know you say you don't like to brag and boast on yourself,
yeah.
but what did you do it for you?
So I got nominated for so many independent artist awards.
Okay.
Two comes off in the top of my head. Right now we are a part of the Grammy Association as a voting member. We got into the first round for a bunch of songs that I have on the record into the first round of the Grammys to get nominated. So all of the nominations, hopefully in November, I've got enough Grammy nominations or even recognition or people paying attention that I can get nominated for the Grammys to win one. And
Yeah.
that's what we hope for. So Grammys is huge. So many other awards are absolutely big, and I appreciate all of the independent awards that I received or even got nominated for them or even got put on the ballot. It's just so many. You got to, Katrina got that information, and sometimes I don't keep it. I'm bad with that, and I'm grateful that she
That's
keeps
what
a
she
hold
gets
of it.
paid to do.
She's doing it crazy. So You're a Woman. So there she go. Grammys up for You're a Woman, Best R&B New Artist, Hollywood Independent Award, Best New R&B.
Come
Yeah,
on.
Elite Music Award, Best R&B Song. Warm, the WAM Awards, Best R&B. She's
Let's
see
go.
all of that stuff. All that stuff she knows. I, I stick to doing what I love to do, and that's the music. Yeah,
I
yo, for
love
sure,
it.
for sure, for sure.
Now the Grammys is a big deal, and
Yeah.
people don't even understand. Like people focus on who wins awards,
Hmm.
never really know or focus on the fact that you can get so many more opportunities just simply being nominated for a Grammy.
Absolutely,
So talk
absolutely.
about
It's
that. So
Yeah.
with anything that you've done, just being nominated, has it put you in bigger rooms?
Well, the internet is going absolutely crazy with just my perspective and all of the podcasts that I'm doing because sometimes, and I hate to even admit this, a lot of folks are not talking about loving women.
Mm,
So I am the person. I don't really care about your sexual preference. I don't care what your financial status is. I don't care where you live. I don't care what type of car you drive. Those things aren't as important to me as to having the conversation. And sometimes um, that perspective, they need that in the industry. They want that in the industry. And I've been getting so many opportunities via your podcast and these phenomenal people out here that's loving the 92.3 hits. It's gonna be real dope. When everybody can see me on here and having fun doing it. And these type of things help me just continue to just push the agenda. And I've been getting so many opportunities for that, and I'm grateful for it.
I love it. Look, let
Yeah.
me let me have one thing though. So
Yeah.
I one thing I hate is to be called a podcaster. We're
Oh,
not a podcast. We are a live radio station.
oh,
And I'm like,
okay.
oh, ouch.
Uh, no radio station.
No
Well,
offense to podcasters,
I
but
understand.
we work
I
too
understand.
hard to do it live where you don't
Yeah.
get to stop and
Yeah.
record all over again
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you say something wrong.
That's right. Correct me. Get it right. Okay, so let me say that again. 92.3 Hits is a radio station, and all them Lick fans, we appreciate you. And
Period.
Kels, the host of it, is killing it. I appreciate y'all. So 92.3 Hits radio station. Don't get it confused with a podcast. No disrespect,
Period.
but
We are
we are
that
happy to be
local.
here in the building for sure.
I love it. So let
Yeah.
me ask you, because
Mhm,
you continuously say
mhm.
that a lot of artists aren't like respecting women and they're like
Yeah.
disrespect and not really talking about love. Do you feel like the art of R&B is dying out?
No,
Or
I
will
don't think
die
so.
out?
I think the perspective of it and the push of it could be dying out. But it takes artists to be conscious and cautious and on purpose with what they write. Because let's just say, for instance, there is a bigger engine that wants to continuously push the negative of life. They want the salaciousness. They want the disrespectful. For some strange reason, that sells a whole lot more than making people smile for some strange reason.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm just not about that. I understand back in the day there were so many different player anthems and people are out here doing what they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I dived and delved into it a little bit myself. But as life matriculates and does a bunch of different other things, you kind of gotta be settled and mature yourself with your mental and not want to be a part of that foolishness. I got a grandkid, I got a grandson. I can't I can't be a part of the problem and expecting it to change. I
Yeah,
gotta be a
'cause they're
part of
watching.
the solution. So
They definitely watching. We're gonna
yeah,
take a quick break. When we come back, I want you to talk a little bit more about your singles that you have coming up,
yeah,
and I want you to sing a little bit of it live. You gonna be ready
sure,
for that?
absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. You're on with the Lick Show, and we are here
Mhm,
with Kenny J.
mhm.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast. And we are back. A Lick Show on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. And we are here with artist, writer, producer, engineer, and Grammy nominated Kenny J.
That's
Sir,
right. Speak that into existence. The nomination will come. There you go.
we're
That's
going
what
to
I'm
say
talking about.
winner. How about
That's
that?
right. I appreciate that
Winner.
for sure. Yeah, y'all hear that? Everybody hears that. Winner.
Winner, winner, winner.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so
Let's
what
go.
is the single that you had? You said you had a Christmas album coming out too. So
Mm-hmm.
before we get into the Christmas album,
Mm-hmm.
what is the next single that you're pushing? And tell us about that song in particular.
Well, the next thing, because it's October 30th right now, is going to be the Christmas record. That I mean, it's writing is a crazy, crazy process, and I just enjoy the process. So the Christmas record is coming. And next year I'm dropping the second volume of Back to Rhythm and Love, Volume 2.
Okay.
And that's going to be crazy. I really, really enjoy, preparing for the Back to Rhythm and Love Volume 1. So many things on that record that's really good. It was an EP, but nowadays, business wise, you just can't put out everything at one time. Just kind of give yourself a little time to kind of,
Yeah.
music is saturated like crazy, and we're going to find some things to kind of do. We have some plans to kind of get it kind of in other areas, but music right now, putting it out in this area, in these arenas is very fun, and I enjoy it. So it's not a single coming out, but I did have some gospel stuff that I put out some years ago that I'm re-releasing.
What?
Yeah. So gospel stuff. So I am hitting or doing my best to hit every market genre that I love to do. I got some country stuff coming. Yeah, we're gonna do it all.
No, I said I wanted you to sing live. I want to hear some country first.
Want to hear some country first?
I want to hear country first.
Oh, okay. So the country stuff, I gotta have this rhythm. Okay. What is this song? You put me on the spot with that one. So that's gonna be on that Christmas record. I can't give you country right now. I ain't even got country in my head right. You gotta prepare yourself for that.
Okay, give us something from the Christmas album then.
Oh, okay. Christmas album would be see, hold on. I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak one. Hold on a second. Hold on, watch this. Watch
It's
this.
an
Watch this.
exclusive.
This is exclusive right here. So
Period.
you're gonna be like, oh, really? So okay, so listen to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play it from my phone to see if it comes through. Hold on a second. I'm gonna sing with it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna sing a little. So the song says this. You might have heard this before. It says this. Hang all the mistletoe. I want to get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's going to be. Yeah. By your side, blazing bright. Yeah. And we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. I ain't playing no more. We good.
Hey, and he's
Yeah,
live
yeah,
action on the Lick
yeah.
Show. Hits 92.3. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's
He
up.
was
That's
ready
what's up.
too. He was like, "Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. You stay ready, sir."
I got to a little bit because you never know. The radio stations would put you on blast. See, the
Uh-huh.
radio stations, not the podcast, but the radio station.
The podcast, absolutely. All right, so I
Yeah,
want to talk a little bit about the business side of being
mhm,
an artist,
yeah.
artist, writer, engineer.
Hmm.
Do you feel like the industry has changed where back in the day, I don't know, it could still be this way now. So you tell me the answer to this. So I
Hmm.
felt like previous years, I'm 42, so let me just say that. So around
Okay,
in my age bracket, the managers, the team paid for everything.
right,
And then, as you made money, you kind
hmm,
of, paid them back however
right,
they got their money out first.
right,
Then
right.
I think over maybe closer to going into 2000s, they wanted you to be able to come with a budget.
Hmm.
Where do you feel like it is now, and which do you think is better?
Great. Okay, so for me, I think because I operate in the space of independent artists, it's better to do independent. But here's the thing with the independent artist: independent artists have to work a whole lot harder.
Okay.
So, record companies kind of make it easy for you because they give you this big advance. They give you this big advance, and they put you on so many different things and do this, that, or a third. But that money that they give you, they're looking to recoup that money back.
Mm,
So if you don't work on the top end, you're definitely going to work on the back end trying to give them all that money back. And if you don't pay them that money back, you still owe them. So it's like a big bank.
yeah.
As an independent artist, I have the ability to invest in what I believe is great music now. And
Okay.
hopefully on the back end, it'll kind of come that way. And most times, a lot of people are worried about the money. That is great. That's great. I'm not saying money is a bad thing, but sometimes it's always better to kind of really be focused on what the agenda is, because your agenda, what gets you the conclusion of the matter is the money. But you can't go into it with the, oh, I'm going to make all this money at first. No,
Yeah.
because sometimes you have to have a pure heart when you're doing it. For me, my heart is kind of pure with it, because if I make money, I do, but I do it because I love it so much in every aspect of it. And the podcast, the radio station part of it, I enjoy that because you get to still push your agenda and have a conversation about what your perspectives are. I like the independent side of it. And because at that point, you can have partnerships with people
Mhm.
that can help you push the agenda. If you come in with nothing but talent and skill, somebody can always take that and utilize it for their own benefit. When you come into it with a business mindset, you're able to benefit a whole lot from it because you understand the music business. It's not just doing music. So many people have talent. I can guarantee you, so many people with that talent has gotten used, abused, and to a point where at that sometimes they don't even want to do music anymore. So no, I'm not going in it from that mindset. And I've not always been here. I've always wanted a record contract. I'm not saying I don't. But if there was a choice, I would rather the partnership, because the partnerships can turn over to something else.
I love that. So that makes me think of like, even with music, I had a guest a little earlier today and we were talking about finances. And then during the breaks, we were talking about insurance. So
Mm,
just being able to know what it is you're doing and understanding the business before jumping into something. So that,
mm,
that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of artists think all I need is money to have the outward appearance, because you got to look like money to make money, is what people
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
and money to go to the studio. So
Mhm.
you're saying it's best to learn the business as a whole before you even touch a mic.
Yep. Absolutely invest in you. So investing in you might look like you want to look like $1,000,000, but
Mhm.
how you getting that money back? That's the question. So if you have or want to look really good and you're spending your money on for a stylist, okay, you're gonna spend your money on some stylists. Now, if you're spending
Right.
your money in a studio and you don't have the capability of doing at least your vocals at home or something,
Hmm.
you got to find a way to cut costs. When you find a way to cut costs, you're able to save money, and that's more of money for yourself. If you invest it, or if you don't invest anything but your talent, yeah, that's all you're gonna get. That's all
Mm.
you're gonna get. You gotta make sure you understand every aspect of it. Go to some of these conferences, listen to some radio stations like the licks, like the lick show. Listen to even podcasts,
Yeah.
even things that kind of give you information. There's so many free venues out here. Go on YouTube, talk to somebody, go to a radio station, intern somewhere, do something, but just don't think that somebody's just going to hand you something because you got talent.
Mm.
No, so many people got talent out here. Don't get it twisted. At least be talented with a bunch of other skills.
I
be
love it.
I have talent, yes, but if I didn't have business etiquette or know what that is for me or learn how to figure out stuff, I'm
Mhm.
just going to be a talented individual. Or you can sing, but I can damn sure take advantage of you. So nah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so do you again, we were talking about your equipment and stuff behind you in
Mm-hmm.
your video.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like if it came to a point where you needed to make some extra money, you could just pick up the guitar and then
Yep.
just get a gig
Yep.
somewhere?
Yep. I can get on the keyboard. I can sing somewhere. I could anything. I can take you to church. I can go and worship with you. I can take you old school church and clap your hands and stomp your foot. I can go into some sexy stuff and go on and I can grab a guitar and get the strumming and just have fun. Is so many other things to do than the kind of waiting on people to help you do certain things. That's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to be involved with everything. I just didn't want to do one thing because that one thing, yeah, gonna have you wonderfully broke.
You wonderful. Ooh, have you wonderfully broke? Absolutely. So when
Yeah.
it comes to writing,
Hmm.
because you play instruments, you
Hmm.
said you do your lead vocals, your
Yep.
background vocals, so you're saving money all the way around because you did
Everywhere.
learn to cut corners.
Absolutely.
Your music, does it
Mhm.
come from personal experiences
Mhm.
or like just conversations you've had with people or
Mhm.
what you feel the world needs to hear?
All three mixed up into one. I
Okay.
think my personal experience, I have a lot to say. I was married for 21 years. My
Okay.
wife passed away last year, so I have 21 years worth of marital music or sort of perspective to share. I'm
Okay.
in back in these streets again, and I'm trying to understand what those things are like. So you got to kind of hit it from that perspective. You got everything kind of mixed up, and I can have a conversation. So this conversation or many other conversations that I have and many experiences that I have, it can turn into a song.
Oh, yeah.
I can ride down the street and see something, a cat cross the road, and I don't know. It's so many different things. My mind is creative that way, where I can just really think on it, and it comes. And sometimes it might be corny. I just
Yeah.
allow my mind to kind of creatively create things that kind of help.
No, I
Yeah.
used to that just brought back memories. So I
Mhm.
used to have this what was it? The AirPods? The what was it? The little handheld, the iPods? Maybe I'm
The
thinking about the iPods. I can't think what it was called. But
uh,
I would like no matter where I was, I kept it in my purse. I didn't use it for anything other than if something or a tune or something came to my mind,
mhm,
then I would
mhm.
just quickly record it on it and
Yep.
so I can have it for later. The best songs or tunes or hooks come to me when I'm taking a shower because my showers be
Oh,
like 1,000,000 degrees and it takes about an hour. So I got a
that's
whole
fun.
concert going, and then a tune comes to me. I got to run out and try to record it real quick.
Oh man,
Process.
this phone here. I have so many quotes, tunes, everything. I can be in the bathroom in the morning. In the morning, sometimes I get up, I'm skipping around here like I wake up with something on my heart. I'm just vibing out, and I like to be happy. You got to put yourself in environments that kind of create happiness. And if I
Absolutely.
can't get that in the morning and just having a great time and just enjoying life and look out the window, I see a cat sitting on my car. I see the neighbor on my grass with his car, something stupid. I'm already, like kind of just got to be happy, so songs come in so many different ways. I
Yeah,
love riding and driving. That's one of the things that helps me. I can write a whole song by driving down the
really.
road. Oh yes. Oh, I love riding and driving, walking the water, having a conversation. And sometimes those conversations could be uncomfortable, but
Yeah,
all of those sorts of things kind of help with your creative process to write wonderful music. So I enjoy those times.
I love it.
Yeah.
So where can we find all of this music?
You can go everywhere you stream your music, and you can listen to the radio station Hits 92.3 and hear all of that great music coming through the airways, and all them lick fans can listen and enjoy. And you can also go to all of your digital streaming platforms. I'm talking iTunes, iMusic, Spotify. I'm talking everywhere you get it. You can do it. You can even reach me on my website, kennyjmusic.com. You can reach me on Instagram at Kenny Wilkins. You can reach me on Facebook at Kenny J. Wilkins. You can reach me everywhere. I just started a podcast. I'm sorry, I'm a little low on the totem pole. I started a podcast called Real Talk, Real Thought. That podcast basically has a conversation that we're having right now, and
I
I'm
love
just
it.
spitting all type of stuff at you. I normally would not critique songs, but we want to unpack the messages of songs. So
Okay.
we talk about certain things like that. So you can go on YouTube and watch the podcast. You can see on Facebook I got something called Real Talk, Real Thought. All that stuff is there. Just have fun. I'm working all the time, trying to be creative, trying to do and just kind of place my gift on the earth. It's just important to me to make sure that I can put all of that stuff out so people can get healed, as the church would say, delivered and set free.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
Now,
Amen.
what did you say the name of the podcast was again?
Real talk, real thought. Real talk, real thought.
Real Talk, Real Thoughts.
That's
And
just,
you can
that's
find it on YouTube. I'm gonna find
that's
it.
right. That's right. Listen at it. Listen, I'm right here in the studio. All this stuff is here. We're gonna be talking. I'm gonna be matter of fact, the first song that I put up was we discussed um what's the song I wrote for my daughter? I'm just look at I ain't gonna tell you, just look at the YouTube. Real talk,
Okay.
real thought. And protect your heart. I'm sorry, protect your heart is the song.
Protect your heart.
And we unpacked that, and we talked about different perspectives regarding some of the verses that I talked about in the song, and we just unpacked it and talked about it. Hopefully when we write songs and when we talk about songs, we unpack it and we're writing responsibly. So I invite all of the independent artists, hit me up on my website, hit me up on Instagram, send your music. So it's another platform that we could use to kind of, you know, help, up and coming independent artists to get their music heard. And hopefully with the platforms that I have or been afforded to be on, somebody will hear something that they've done and possibly get them on. Who knows? I don't know. But hopefully I'm just showing love. That's all I am. So whatever I could do to help somebody and progress and help them, I'm all for it. So
I
that's what we're
love
doing.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flick fans, we're gonna all
Mhm.
say it at one time. Tell them when you ready, bring your show to the radio station. Hits
Ah,
92.3.
ciao. Hey, I'm there. You already gave me the invite. Hits 92. Yo, we about to go up. Like, look, my podcast would no longer be a podcast. It would be affiliated with 92.3 hits.
Now we
Flick
can even
fan.
work it out where we can add the podcast, but we'll talk about that offset. I'll get with
You
you
see,
on
there
that.
we go. See, there we
Yeah,
go. See,
we still gonna
see,
work it out because you're in a totally different state, and you can be
absolutely.
in another state, and you don't have to be in studio to have a live radio show with us.
The power of the internet. Thank God.
Absolutely.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah.
All right. So, there anything you want to tell any of your fans or anybody
Mm.
that's inspiring to do what you do?
Yeah, I'm just going to say be honest with your craft, be honest with you, right? Be clear on what your purpose is, understand what that is, process through it, get through it, be healed, and hopefully you can help somebody else get to that level. But you first have to be honest with yourself. when you're honest with yourself, don't let anybody take you for granted. Don't let anybody use your gift for their come up. Just push and process through it and just be great at what you do. Love what you do. Don't do it for the money. Do it for the love of it, and the money will come.
Absolutely. So y'all got to make sure y'all follow Kenny J.
Yeah.
Very smart, very talented. And if you're not watching the YouTube right now, y'all don't even know how handsome he is.
Oh,
People
Lord.
talk about my smile and my teeth. This man has don't he got a pretty smile? He's got beautiful teeth. And people always ask me, did you have braces or do you got veneers? I'm like, what? So
nope.
Because I want to ask you that.
All of these are my teeth. I had all of my teeth, and I did get some corrective work on it to make sure they standing out pretty good. I love the smile, so I can't be on these platforms smiling with your mouth jacked up. Can't do that. It's got to be right. So for me, I didn't pay for them. I just went through the process. and here you go.
There we go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you so much. And again, if you all want to check it out, go to the Hits 92.3 Media YouTube page and you can see the video. Make sure you follow Kenny J on all of his social media platforms. Follow the podcast that will soon be a radio show. All right. And you tune in to the Lick Show, Hits 92.3. Again, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy and we're just appreciative to have you in.
Hey, Kels, I appreciate you. Lick fans, my love, man. Hits 92.3. That's what it is, man. Thank you so much for getting me on. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right. You could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Sky People Chief coming peace, love, and I'm just trying to see where you going with that on. You got cute for me.
Looking like my baby. I don't come in here unless they pay me. I've been here all night, I'm feeling wavy, but they closing down like the Gallery Road Macy's. Where we finna go, though? We can hit the time to take some photos. Girl, I got the smoke, but can you roll, though? You know I thought about you jumping on this pole. Go somewhere with all that over there you got. Running on my spot, do you running there a lot? You ran into a Roddy Rich, I'm good with the box. It'll be a remix, non-stop, let it rock.
Lala.
Yeah. Look who bringing back Jet magazines, ain't it? Beauty of the week indeed, that's a queen, ain't it? And she throw back on the smoke. I asked what it is, she said the presidential shit, not that tangerine, ain't it? She said, boy, stop. You thought it, you tried it. I said, yeah, whatever, if it's so that I'd buy it. Windows to your soul, girl, I love the way your eyes get. When I look into them, I fall in a pool of violence. That's just what it's like, I got a jet that you can pilot. When we see each other, always frequent fly mileage. It's always a laugh, she be like, boy, why you so childish? Because the internet, she said, huh, jet be quiet. You know I'm a fool,